Across continents, from Lagos to London, Tokyo to Toronto, one rhythm keeps resurfacing. A sound born not in a global capital, but on a tiny island in the Caribbean. How did Jamaica, a nation smaller than New York City, invent 5 of the world's most influential music genres: reggae, ska, rocksteady, dub, and dancehall? 5 waves of sound that didn't just travel the world, they changed it. This is the story of the island that turned struggle into melody, rebellion into rhythm, and rhythm into revolution. The spark, when pain found a pulse. Before the world called it reggae, there was mento, Jamaica's earliest form of recorded music. Farmers and fishermen gathered under moonlight, singing about love, laughter, and politics with banjos, rumba boxes, and bamboo flutes. It was playful, yet piercing, the sound of survival in hard times. But as the winds of independence began to blow through the 1950s, something else stirred. The radio was suddenly filled with jazz and R&B drifting in from New Orleans. Jamaican musicians caught those sounds and thought, "We can make that, but make it ours." That's how the first spark lit the fuse for a revolution in rhythm. Ska, the sound of freedom. Ska was the soundtrack of independence. It was fast, brassy, and unstoppable. The heartbeat of a nation finally free to dance to its own tempo. The offbeat guitar, the walking bass line. The horns sounded like sunshine after rain. Bands like the Skaterlights, Toots, and the Maytals, and Prince Buster filled the streets with euphoria. Every note carried pride. We run things now, but freedom was fragile. By the mid-60s, economic struggles and gang wars began to slow the national mood. And when the island's pace slowed, so did its music. Out of ska's fast rhythm came a cooler, deeper groove, one that spoke less about celebration and more about soul. Rocksteady, the soul of the streets. Rocksteady was Jamaica exhaling. The tempo dropped, the bass grew bold, and the lyrics told stories of heartbreak, unity, and survival. It was the era of Alton Ellis, the Paragons, and the Heptones, young artists singing through struggle. Rocksteady gave Jamaica its first great love songs and a new cultural swagger. It was smooth, melodic, and heavy with meaning. But deep inside those songs, another current was rising: faith, rebellion, and the voice of Rastafari. And from that spiritual undercurrent, the third genre was born, one that would carry Jamaica's name into every corner of the earth. Reggae, the global revolution. Reggae wasn't just music, it was a movement. In the 1970s, reggae became the voice of the voiceless, from Trenchtown to Soweto, from Kingston to London. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Burning Spear turned pain into poetry and politics into prophecy. The one-drop drum beat mirrored the human heartbeat, slow, steady, unbreakable. It became the anthem of the oppressed and the soundtrack of peace movements around the world. Reggae taught the planet that rhythm could resist. That sound could speak truth to power. But even as Marley's words were echoing across stadiums, something extraordinary was happening behind closed doors. In studios no bigger than a classroom, a quiet genius named King Tubby was about to rewrite the future of music forever. Dub, the birth of the remix. Imagine a producer removing the singer's voice, isolating the bass, adding echoes that bounce like thunder. That's dub, the art of turning the studio into an instrument. Born in the late 1960s, dub changed how the world thought about sound. King Tubby, Lee Scratch Perry, and scientists created alternate versions of songs, remixed, reimagined, and rebuilt from the ground up. Every echo was an experiment. Every drop of silence is a stroke of genius. Without dub, there would be no remix culture, no electronic dance music, no lo-fi, no drum and bass, no hip-hop sampling. Jamaica didn't just make new songs, it reinvented how the world made music. But the island wasn't done. A new generation was about to plug in their keyboards and rewrite the digital age. Dancehall, the digital revolution. The year was 1984. A Casio keyboard, a young producer named King Jammy, and a rhythm called Sleng Teng. The moment that changed everything. Dancehall was born. It was bold, fast, raw, and unapologetic. No brass sections, no big studios, just computers, microphones, and attitude. Yellow Man, Shabba Ranks, Beanie Man, and Lady Saw took Jamaica's street slang and made it global. Dancehall became the DNA of reggaeton, Afrobeat, and modern pop, from Sean Paul to Rihanna to Burna Boy. It was proof that the island's creativity had no limits. 5 genres in 30 years. 5 revolutions from one island that refused to be silent. The global echo. Every corner of the world dances to the beat of Jamaica. DJ Kool Herc carried the island's sound system culture to the Bronx and birthed hip-hop. British punk borrowed its rebellion from reggae. Dub created the remix. Dancehall inspired today's Afrobeats. Reggae festivals light up Tokyo, Nairobi, and Sao Paulo. Dancehall slang shapes the language of pop culture. Even in modern electronic dance music, producers chase that same deep bass line first built in Kingston studios. 5 genres, one island, endless influence. This isn't just history, it's heritage. And it all started with people who believed rhythm could change reality. Bonus facts. Fact 1. Every major Jamaican genre began in a studio smaller than a classroom. Fact 2. Over 5,000 rhythms have been created in Jamaica, more than in any other country per capita. Fact 3. The one-drop drum beat is recognized in over 40 modern music styles. Fact 4. Jamaica is the only country whose national flag colors appear in music videos on every continent. From Mento's laughter to dancehall's fire, Jamaica didn't just make music, it made modern music possible. So, the next time you hear a remix, a beat drop, or a crowd singing in unison, remember where the rhythm began. One small island, 5 global genres, infinite impact. We say Jamaica. If you are proud of how far this little island's sound has traveled, subscribe to this channel, Impacting Jamaica, where the rhythm never stops.